Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Mandy J, and I'm back again with another video. So for those who are new and just saw this video pop up on your screen, I'm going to be teaching you a magic trick today. So the basic and simple magic trick, all you need to do is look below. There's something written subscribe. Just hit that subscribe button, and then there'll be a bell that will appear, and all you need to do is hit that bell, and the next thing you see is inverted commas. Yeah, and once that is done, you guys have joined the family, and that was my magic trick for today. So yeah, and if you guys are new and you haven't watched my previous videos, please watch them. I'm going to link them in the description box. That's a couple tag part 1 and part 2, so you can't go to part 2 without watching part 1. So please watch part 1 first, and then you can watch part 2 and just catch up, and then you can also watch this video. Yeah, watch this video too. So to everyone who's already subscribed, welcome back, and thank you for subscribing. Thank you for showing your support, your love, your comments, and for liking my videos. And for those who dislike them, thank you very much, because you guys are motivating me a lot. Yeah. And to everyone who's followed me on social media and sent me so much love, so much encouragement, thank you very much. I appreciate it all. I can't do all this without your support. Yeah, so keep showing the support, keep showing the girls some love, and keep doing you, guys. Keep doing you. Yeah, and happy Mother's Day. Today is Mother's Day, so I'd love to wish all the mothers out there in this world a happy Mother's Day. Thank you for being our parents. Thank you for showing us the love, the support, and thank you for giving us life, because without you guys, I don't think we would be on this planet. Yeah, thank you to all the mothers out there for grooming us. Yeah, so happy Mother's Day to you all. I hope all the mothers are enjoying their Mother's Day in this quarantine period, and I hope you kids out there, children, have done something for your mother, be it yeah. Anyways, let's get straight into today's video without wasting much of your time. Okay, so in today's video I'll be talking about the time when I was involved in an accident. So this is not really a story time, it's actually a story time, but with a testimony attached to it. Yeah, so I'm going to be backing up the dates. I'm going to inform you on each and every date what happened and what didn't happen. Yeah, I'm not going to attach photos, because due to that there are different people out there, those photos may be a bit harmful for you guys to see. Yeah, but for those who have my contacts and wanted to see my injuries, you guys can hit me up. I'm going to show you most definitely. Anyways, let's get straight into today's testimony. So on the 5th of April, just right after Boo's birthday, I had to get some food stuff. So I handed him yo, let's go get food and whatnot. So we were on our way, and then we did not see a speed breaker. It was because that road, when we used it, that road was under construction, so everything was supposed to be smooth. And then only to find out that the road was not constructed properly. It was damaged. I would say it wasn't constructed properly. I don't think they finished constructing it or what, but it looked clean, neat and what, but it was not so neat. Yeah, so we were riding, everything was smooth, everything was good, and then hit a speed breaker, the first one, and then within a short distance another speed breaker. So literally I jumped out of the seat of the bike, and my legs moved to the side. So the bike has got 2 teeth on the seat at the back, like this. I call them teeth, they're metal stuff. Yeah, they're 2, they're like this. So, and then the seat is on top, so my legs shifted from, because your legs are supposed to be across like this, so this leg shifted to this side, and then this one was out in the air. So I got deep cuts, literally 2 deep cuts, one on the top part of my thigh, inner thigh, and the other one was right at the bottom. So it was really bad. I was bleeding, there was blood everywhere, it was deadly. Yeah, so we tried, the cop came, tried calling the ambulance, no ambulance was coming. It was during lockdown period, it was a bit bad. So lucky enough, Lionel's friends were around the area, so we called them, and then that's how they came. It took 15 minutes for them to arrive, and that's how they helped me get into the car and took me to the uni hospital, which is Shada Hospital. And then I had to go through a mini surgery, guys. It was scary. But let me tell you this, the time when I was on the bike and when my legs shifted, the only thing I could scream was, God save me. Like, that was the only thing that came to my mind. As like, God save me. I know you're not supposed to always say God save me when you're in trouble all the time, but ask God to save you all the time, guys. Like, yeah. So the only thing I could shout was, God save me, God be with me. And then when I sat on the road and looked at my wound, like everything was outside, guys. It was so yeah, everything was outside. So I was like, God be with me. At that time I did not feel any pain. Only when I looked at it, I looked like, okay, my leg is damaged, but I could not feel any pain. I could not feel anything from that leg, but I could move. So lucky enough, the nurse friends came, took me to the hospital, and then there I had to do a mini surgery. So when I was doing the mini surgery, I could feel slightly pain because they had to, clean the wound before they stitch it up and whatnot. So they stitched up the wound. And while I was doing that mini surgery, they came to check my BP, they came to check my heart rate, they did this, they did that. And then the scary part was when I saw the oxygen machine, I was like, oh my gosh, are they putting me to sleep, or what? Do I need oxygen? But the mind just gets paranoid with a lot of things. You just think about a lot of things that are not even going to happen. You just think of them because you're just seeing things there. So getting down to the surgery, I was given local anesthesia, and then they had to sew my stitches, which was not bad. I had let me just say, about 32 stitches, like on the bottom and the top. So total of stitches that I had were 32. That's too much, guys. Too much stitches. And afterwards I was given medication. I had to do my x-ray, to like a full body checkup x-ray, to see if there's any bones damaged or anything, any tissues damaged. Everything was cleared. The only thing that I had was those deep cuts. Thank God that I was alive. Thank God that I only had deep cuts. I didn't have internal bleeding. I didn't have any broken bones or anything. So as soon as all that was done, all the procedures were done, I went home. I was able to walk, but not walk normally, but I was able to walk. And then that happened on the 5th. So I had to do cleaning of the wound and remove. I had to do cleaning of the wound on alternative days and change the bandages, which I did. And then I had to remove the stitches in the 2nd week. So in the 2nd week, they started removing the stitches. Everything was going perfect until in the 3rd week something came up. So when I went for diagnosis and cleaning on the bandage and whatnot, change of the bandage and cleaning of the wound, I was told that I had an infection. Guys, it was so bad because firstly the wound was so swollen, that area, and then there was like lots of blood, so I started bleeding instead. And then that blood was smelling, like it was smelling really bad. They had to remove that blood, and then later on dead cells started forming up, which is not a good sign, because if you have a deep wound, the tissues that are supposed to build up are supposed to be fresh, not dead cells. So the dead cells started building up, and I was told I had an infection. Guys, I gave up on life. I won't lie to you guys, I gave up on life because also they have to go for surgery. And the way these guys made this whole thing of the surgery felt like it was going to be a huge procedure, and also the expenses was like too much. So I was depressed. I was thinking a lot. I didn't know what to do. My friends called me, advised me, saying, look, you're a child of God. Remember that God saved you firstly from that accident. You're not dead, you're alive. So God will be with you even during this period. Guys, I felt like at that moment, that was the time God was speaking me and redirecting me back to Him. Like, I started reading the Word, started praying. Like, when a baby is starting to walk, that's how I felt. Like, okay, I'm starting to walk back towards Christ. I would listen to my gospel music, I would listen to the preaching, and just to keep my spirit up. My brother would send me Bible verses to read, and call to check up on me. My mom would call and check up on me, pray for me. Everyone was just showing me love. All my siblings showed me love. All my friends showed me love at that time. And the thought that came in was, everyone is showing me this love, yes, but God showed me a greater love. That's just the fact. God showed me a greater love because He brought those people to show me the love that I needed during that time of my depression. And everyone was there for me. Literally everyone was there. Even the nurse came in, like helped, and that's an Indian nurse. He came in and helped. He told us what to do and what procedures would need to be taken and whatnot. So thank God the surgery was done. They removed the dead cells. Everything started, going accordingly. And as I can say now, I am able to walk at least normally, even though I have a wound, an open wound on my inner thigh, which has drastically reduced because it was this big and now it's about this inch, so it's going to close up on its own. So all I need to continue doing is the deep cleaning and whatnot. So now I don't need to go to the hospital to do all that because we already got all the stuff that we needed. So the nurse has to come home and clean the wound. The thing that I was worried about was the finances, which God came through. No matter what, God came through. So guys, that's the end of the story. I'm just now going to give you how can I say, is it guidelines? Okay, so they always say prayer works, right? And indeed prayer works. So if you haven't been in a situation of where you prayed for something and it never came to pass, I'm going to tell you that as long as you pray for what you want, and if it's right according to God, God will give it to you. If you pray for protection, God definitely is going to protect you. You may not know, you may think like, oh, it's a nature of life, or it's a course of life, or it's part of the universe serving me and whatnot, blah 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 blah. But God really protects us. Like I prayed for protection and God protected me. I prayed for finance breakthrough and God was there. Even when I was broke, I still had money to eat, I still had money to pay my rent, I still had money to clean the wound. God came through. Literally, you won't see God directly, like, yeah, this is God. God will use people to come through in your life. That's one thing you should put in consideration. And also pray as much as you can. Ask God to help you to pray if you can't pray. Like for me, I would run out of words, but I'll try and pray, and I ask God to teach me how to pray, and it's worked. I've been watching Transformation Church services, and the messages that are there are very good. So if you haven't been going to church, like, okay, right now there's coronavirus, so we can't go to church, but for other places it's open for people to go to church, but it's best to stay safe. So attend those online church services. They'll help you grow, they'll help you build your faith, they'll help you in a lot of ways, guys. They'll help you in a lot of ways. And yeah, that was pretty much it. So my testimony for today is that I'm alive, I am fine, I am safe, and God literally came through for me, and God has showed me his love, God showed me his mercy, God showed me his favor, God showed me his everything, and he gave me everything that I needed at that time. So I'd advise you guys to pray all the time, ask God to be with you, ask for forgiveness, get back with Christ, and everything will move smoothly. So that was it for today's testimony, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications, and follow me on my social platforms, which I'm going to put in the description box. Thank you very much. See you guys next week in my next week's video.